watching AYV Television.
From our broadcasting house here on West Street in Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown, this is Primetime News on AYV TV and radio. You're watching us on Channel 33 and listening to us on frequency modulation 101.7 and on DSTV Channel 399. I am Hannah Yankson. Let's start with tonight's headlines. Residents of Primetime are living under the constant shadow of another tragedy as hundreds of container trucks pass through the community each day. Road accidents occurred at Old School Junction in the Hill Station, leaving 3 people seriously injured, including a woman.
No, not that more. I damage it against woman or the lifespan. Normally, it need pass God no more.
And Sierra Leone records 23% year-on-year increase in estimated aviation passenger arrivals in Q1 2026. Hello and welcome from wherever you're joining me tonight. I am Hannah Yankson. First in the news. For many people in Freetown, steel containers have become symbols of fear. In recent months, a series of container-related crashes, some of them fatal, has renewed concern over road safety, with residents blaming poorly maintained trucks, improperly secured containers, and reckless driving. Now, residents of Primetime say they are living under the constant shadow of another tragedy. They warn that hundreds of container trucks pass through their community each day, many of them traveling along a route lined with homes, businesses, and primary schools. They say the heavy traffic not only brings chronic congestion, but also leaves families fearing that the next container to fall could claim more innocent lives. Let's have the highlights.
We that have a shop along
Hey.
Those that passing along the road doesn't see our shop, doesn't see what we display in the front of the shop, and because of that, we have no customer to see what we display. It affects our sales. So that's the most thing. Yeah, one thing, it creates a lot of traffic and it makes a lot of people who supposed to reach at in police station or Bombay, they could not able to reach there. Rather, they will stop people at Free Junction. There's nothing like any on my own view. No accident. But the most thing because a lot of traffic and nuisance. People who are supposed to reach where they're supposed to reach. The vehicle, that's or what you can call it, stop them halfway because of the cause of the traffic.
And also about the ramp of always in back there. You don't go to bed. First thing you go by it. Because they block the surface of the shop all the day. And even if you go to go school and they stay. Because some bambas they get to school, telling it there. So basically the team would come left in there. We don't need back from the car there. It's small. You see. And then you just go what you can get for just for we don't need. What's the for left you go there of somebody don't have no make a break. You have to say where you can break like go help free. Then the whole thing got for you. So you go go there free. And put it in now. What you get freedom.
Still on road safety and vehicle clashes. A road accident at Old School Junction in the Hill Station area has once again drawn attention to what residents describe as one of the city's accident-prone location. 3 people were injured in today's crash, including a woman who sustained a broken leg and a head injury, while a soldier and another man escaped with minor injuries. Although there was no loss of life, the latest incident has renewed calls for urgent road safety interventions at the junction. Our reporter, Judge Bartolo Powell, visited the scene and sent this for us.
I'm standing here at Old School Junction in the Hill Station area, where a road traffic accident earlier today left 3 people injured, including a woman. Thankfully, there was no loss of life. Residents say this junction has witnessed several accidents over the years, and they are once again calling on the authorities to implement measures that will improve road safety. Let's hear from them.
No, no that involved. Now damage it against the woman or the bike man. Normally, it live past God no more. More is we step na junction, we look our show. Just see the sugar must the kind of can't say in the bomb plan. It's a try for mass. It's a failure, but people say the cause and tell us, but say where I go stand there. So one bike man, you must know my mommy. It's try for work. So you must go work for the bank the woman, pull him up at the back. He go to a shop, go push him at a shop. The woman foot broke and lift time I broke. He 8 bus back. For the bike man, back inside the bike man go for the bag, and back the bleed and blood come like mud, they come like say you know say you put your upper corner. So the front man in the front you show them motor car. The other man in damage, they will skin check and so the driver and go in coma. The other next by the for the last man in the national put I say they put Italian same accident happy. The accident I tell you the place small but people everybody put na street back. I will the big government making put na street. Government put they go inside. You know for saying na street. One make it na street but pass they some bike man they can na street now. It must come some must get accident. Must come shop up now. Just say but you know they say now never they move fit at say you need jam person. The big government government help
for the time being, we myself don't can at the hill station community here. Of course, we don't the witness and see several, of course, accidents where they happen. Anytime where them bang dog, because I think this don't be a common phenomenon, and they don't attribute to that. See, anytime, of course, where them bang dog, possibility there for let accident happen. It can either be a week after or that month not the door. Of course, the people of the hill station community can, of course, experience say accidents happen. Yeah. All it's normal like we need the advice drivers and just at least get for the take them time. Take into consideration all the road signs and everything. Of course, when they approach, drive towards a speed bump, you know what you for do as a driver.
According to the World Bank's Tourism Watch, in June 2026, Sierra Leone has recorded 23 year-on-year increase in estimated aviation passenger arrivals in Q1 2026, putting the country among the top performing countries in Western and Central Africa. Chad, Cape Verde, and Sierra Leone stand out, experiencing a growth of 25%, 24%, and 23% in passenger aviation arrivals, respectively, in Q1 2026. This growth reflects the country's increasing attractiveness to international visitors despite global economic uncertainties and geopolitical tensions. Sierra Leone's tourism sector is driven by its natural beauty, cultural heritage, and expanding ecotourism offerings, with the inclusion of Tawai Island on UNESCO World Heritage List in 2025 marking a significant milestone. However, countries like Sao Tome, Gabon, and the Republic of Congo recorded a decline in arrivals. Now, in another story, after investigations by the Disciplinary Committee of the Eastern Technical University of Sierra Leone, the university published a list of 75 students that have been found guilty of examination malpractice and forging of examination passes during the first semester examinations. This list was published on the 2nd of July, with students on the list rusticated for 1 year academic for one academic year, 2025 to 2026, and this allowed from taking the second semester examinations. The publication also provided instructions for listed students to collect letters of rustication from the Office of the Deputy Registrar Administration on Monday, the 6th of July 2026 at 10 a.m. prompt. Now, the Chief Executive Officer for Variety Children's Family Services, Francis Lahai, has expressed serious concern over neglect by government in supporting the orphanage home, which according to him, they are over on 100 children. He said they are challenged with financial difficulties, healthcare, and no incentive since they started operating for the past 15 years in the country. Our reporter Sheikh Mohammed Silla has more.
Orphanage homes in Sierra Leone provide critical safety nets for vulnerable children. They often save children from homelessness while offering essential resources like medical care, food, education, home, and safety. Francis Lahai, CEO for Variety Children's Home, explained more about the challenges they often faced while running the home.
Not an easy task. To maintain these children here every month is 10,000 euros. It comes directly from my retirement and that of my brother John Kande. You know, once the American government pays us, we transfer and make sure they have food to eat, even when we have rice and other stuff. The other basic challenge is the school fees. Some of the children government gave them to us years ago. They have grown. They passed their MPSC. They are in boarding school out of the city. Some are in FSSG. 10 girls are there. We have 5 boys at Mamboka Boys Secondary School. And each of those girls is 4,000 euros every 3 months. So we are paying close to 60,000 euros every 3 months, me and my brother and few friends. No, there's nothing I'm receiving from government, nothing, absolutely nothing. They know our existence. They know that we are here. This is the only child protection agency, to my own view and to their experience in this country, is working. By right, they should help us with medication. When a child is sick, they should help us with stipends for food, but that is not happening. Okay, right now we have four children who have passed their WAS exams. They qualify to enter university. Okay, they don't have scholarship. I'm begging around to get scholarship for these guys. 2 girls and 2 boys. Grateful to the caucus, extremely grateful. To a very large extent, the community has been helping. Like the caucus, you know, they have been helping because the food they bring in, that helps us with rice and oil and some other stuff. Brother, they are wonderful. I love them and I appreciate them. And on behalf of Variety, we say thank you.
But what prompted the support to the orphanage home? Joa Lee, coordinator for the Caucus Border, speaks more.
This is just one of the series of activities that we normally do during our anniversary. You know, we as a brotherhood, we came together as friends, and this friendship has actually grown into being a brother. So what we normally do in times of like this is that we try to reach out to communities that are underprivileged, underdeserved. So what we are doing here is just, this is our 3rd visit to this particular home, and whatever we do is we bring food items. We're able to bring solar lights so that the children can be able to see around themselves, so that in the evening, if there's anything going on, they can be able to see. For our best, as an association, we have identified this Variety facility as one of the places that we actually extend our support to. So they have expressed quite a lot of challenges, and as a brotherhood, we cannot say we can do 100%, but whatever little we have, we can listen to those challenges, and then we can pick from those challenges those that are really, really critical, and see how best we can do our interventions.
These type of support are always welcoming and appreciated by orphanage homes, as it solves the daily challenges and other basic necessities. Sheikh Mohammed Salem.
Now, for millions of children around the world, disability remains one of the greatest barriers to education, healthcare, and opportunity. According to UNICEF, nearly 240 million children globally are living with disabilities. Many are significantly less likely to attend school, access healthcare, or participate fully in society than their peers. In Sierra Leone, the challenge remains profound. National data suggests that persons with disabilities account for between 5 and 10% of the population, while advocacy groups say children with disabilities remain among the most excluded from education and social services. AYV's Judge Bartilo Powell introduces us to 80-year-old Sheikh Abib Sankor, a young boy whose daily struggle reflects the experience of many children living with disabilities across Sierra Leone.
Childhood is often described as a season of discovery, a time when the world slowly opens its doors. For 8-year-old Sheikh Habib Sankor, some of those doors remain difficult to enter. Habib is the first and only son among 3 children. He lives with hearing and speech impairment. He is also blind in one eye. Yet, despite those challenges, his smile still carries the quiet innocence of childhood. His mother speaks softly about a reality many parents of children with disabilities understand all too well: the struggle to find educational opportunities that meet their children's needs.
Abona October 16, 2017. Where Abona get a jigina in yai. And the first time I was in a hospital, yai white inside. That black will be black and you're not white. But then say the doctor will end up telling me, say every time you reach, I the big, and so the thing they change. But although we can say 1 month, now the same thing. Cottage, I mean, and then say it get cold. So we admitted for 1 month and 2 weeks. We admitted and say the hips all, the color, it's. So we need for the day. So they did 1 month and 2 weeks. So they did and then discharge me. I don't kind of back. Now we can fit this for this eyesight. This eyesight back on, now we're gonna corner. And then so for the operation, say because I had the only thing, because nobody see. We handle when you need to move. Sound, we make sound, you need to hear you. So when I did if we're gonna come out and do the operation, you can begin see with the eye. So we do that 1 to 2 years back. So now they will get chance for going at the ship. Now papa for booster. But yeah, papa go now in the doctor say the eye don't spoil, one don't spoil, and the one with in a small now don't left a lens. So now they boom. They say they not go boom and go today. So they can us. Like where about now, what they make, with music they play, or we possibly the Allah. Like some people they're young, they scared. They need to scare, they move. And from now, I make a notice say the beginning of the year. Because different ways the people they talk say, na devil, na this, na that, you know, go waka. So me, I don't lose hope. Pass out. So put something and say, and naka. So me go give me that something. I point it in. They go collect her from the counter. It's not easy. I not go lie, not easy.
Yet, even amid the challenges, there are moments of light, the things that make Habib laugh, the small victories that remind his family that disability does not diminish a child's capacity for joy.
What makes Habib happy is playing with his phone according to his parents. And as you can see in the background, he's currently holding on the phone, playing together with his colleagues in the community.
Behind every smile stands a father carrying burdens few can see. Habib's father says the journey has been difficult, but giving up has never been an option.
It's not easy. Forget like that kind of what else. So some man say as young man like me, you understand, they also don't stop them they for controlling kind boy they also like in terms of in communication. Like you watch you can surround the area where they live. You understand? They are ill, and two, if you will not understand how you see and where they work as this community, you go afraid. You go say, hey, this boy, you know, can follow this kind of place also where they work.
Yeah, it hard for calculate because of yourself knows the kind of how they count today. Then they go up every blessed day and times of transportation. At the pay every blessed day 2-way. 2-way go, 2-way come. So you know easy. Yeah, first I be they pay 80,000. You understand? 80,000 for week. Now be the pay. For go left farm and cow town.
The classroom presents another challenge. Limited vision makes it difficult for Habib to fully engage with lessons. What appears on the blackboard can sometimes seem distant, almost out of reach. Yet he continues to attend school, determined to learn despite the obstacles before him.
He's not too performing well due to his eyes. we have some constraint with his eyes. He's only have one zoom on the one eye. And sometimes if when you want to teach him, except to make like this way, to see the sun, is not too academically good, as you can say, because of his eyes. Communication. Abib is not the one that is understanding the sign language, because our own way of teaching, we do sign with our hands. Sometimes he can't even see the hand. When you want to prepare like this, is A, B. Sometimes we find it difficult to understand because of this eye issue.
The family lives in the Jah Kingdom community. Like many communities across Sierra Leone, residents face poor road conditions and limited access to healthcare facilities. For a child with disabilities, these barriers become even heavier. A short journey can become a difficult expedition. A routine medical visit can become an exhausting ordeal.
But the medical area for like them, like community chief, always they advocate for like we get medical attention now. Even if government's ready for do something for we the community get right for provide a land for give them for let we able get the medical attention.
The World Health Organization reminds us that disability is not merely a health issue. It is also a matter of human rights. For children like Abib, access to education and healthcare can mean the difference between isolation and participation. Today, Abib's parents are appealing for support, not only for their son, but for thousands of other children facing similar challenges across Sierra Leone.
So they say for to buy the medicine every month, we cost another 800 something like that for the medicine every month for buy for her. So we don't go do that to buy the medicine we don't done. We know say it's not easy in one as a man.
This now we all picking, you understand, and we all are one. What they wish for your own picking, and back they wish from your own picking. If you get the help me own picking, and God go bless you.
There is an African proverb that says, however long the night, the dawn will break. For Sheikh Abib Sankor, that dawn remains a work in progress. And that the true measure of a society lies not in how it treats the powerful, but in how it protects its most vulnerable children. George Batulo Powell, AYV News, Freetown.
This is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. Stay tuned for more stories after the break.
I run a small logistics company. Every cent counts. I didn't think I needed a fuel card until I got the Cornex fuel card. Now, I track exactly how much fuel my fleet uses, in real time. And when my wife or kids need fuel, no cash, no stress. It's safe, accepted nationwide, and I control how much goes on each card. At the end of the month, I see the savings, real savings. Cornex fuel card. I didn't know I needed it. Now, I can't run my business or family without it. Fuel smart. Live smart. Visit any Cornex filling station to sign off, or any Cornex office to get your card.
Welcome back. I am Hannah Yankson, and this is AYV's Primetime News. Thank you for joining us. Let's take more stories. As concerns continue to rise in the ever-growing informal settlement in Freetown, the largest and probably oldest among them is the Kube community. It is densely populated slum where survival has to be negotiated daily and home to an estimated 13,000 people, according to available humanitarian and urban housing estimates. A spectacle of inequality in an expanding city. As AYV's intern Aissata Suma reports the struggle for survival amid little is unforgivingly huge.
Kurube sits at the edge of Freetown's economic promise. For the thousands of residents in these tightly packed homes, access to basic services has been wishful for generations. Piped water is a pipe dream. The rains address these needs, but the attendant effects of the rainy season is dire. Flooding washes through their shelters. It contaminates their wells and open water points. In Kurube, those global statistics become personal.
That facility will not get time because all emissions are additive. Yeah, so you say I don't make the people in the camp, but we check emissions make that not let the foresee. That will not go disgrace. But most will not get better toilets than so check the only thing we can go do no more than for empower the nurse they send medicine. And we can need back, let them add more to the hospital because for them, they let money. Let no go somebody, they let all ask them to can go to an coach and they no go tell them. We appeal to government, let government help, now we able develop the hospital.
Thrive. Health services are limited. All clinic here is overwhelmed and under-resourced. For many families, treatment costs remain out of reach. Malnutrition and waterborne illnesses are recurrent. Medical professional warns that delayed treatment often turns into manageable condition into life-threatening emergencies.
Medication affecting this community in terms of treatment, like we picking the sick in the community. By the time when they rush now for go time, because we get Kurube hospital nearby the field. By the time when they rush for go time, they delay post, they delay the patient till the sick worse. They begin to say sign, this, that, for give money for sign, whatsoever. If I do some processes there, we will make the treat that patient. But without that, if money not there, that life that patient they lost that patient the life they give.
Sanitation remains another silent crisis. Most homes lack proper toilet facilities. Waste disposal systems, where they exist, are overwhelmed, posing more public health hazard.
Toilet business, we not get no sign us, we no access us for toilet business at all not. And anybody so far, but the one and mostly now the sorry for now for the women so far. One toilets they not deny so, or shut they not deny so. The woman them at times so they want for easy themselves. They leave me some 10% Ceylon I got to begin to cover themselves, or some of them. You find out if you work the entire day, you can see any so far they get rid of that. They rid and they not foreseen any other thing else. Not toilets.
At Kurube, the question is no longer whether change is needed. It is how soon it will come. Aissata Suma, AYV News Freetown.
Still on slums communities, one you don't often hear about is Sopit, which is right in the city center. The drainage system is old. Some say it dates back to the 1960s. In that time, Freetown has changed. Population growth, urban expansion, and unplanned construction have all transformed the flow of water into something far more violent. Residents here say the system now receives runoff not only from local rainfall, but from wider parts of the western area, including major urban corridors such as Circular Road and State House environs. The result is a channel overwhelmed by an upsurge. What was once engineered to carry water now carries garbage and has become a corridor of flooding. AYV intern Binti Jallo has been there and sent us this report.
Each rainy season arrives with uncertainties, the only certainty being that flooding is imminent. Residents describes it as a risk. Water surges through the community with force. It breaks boundaries, overwhelms makeshift defenses, and enters homes without warning. The World Bank has repeatedly warned that urban flooding in West Africa is being intensified by climate change, rapid urbanization, and weak drainage infrastructure. These forces converge in low-lying settlements such as Sopit.
This we villager,
the address as we gutter. As you see, this gutter don't dey from colonial days. This gutter don't dey for well over 3 to 4, 5 decades now. And this gutter don't broken. This gutter during the time when the colonial people make this gutter, the city not be flock it. Nobody get enough water they can on this gutter. But now that TSC don't come work now, they don't come modernize the streets, they don't come the gutter they flow down here and plenty. From now State House, Checker City Street, all free street, all they use this drainage. So now the inflow is too heavy and the gutter is still shallow. So we find out say the system most of the gutter outside don't broke. So all the water where they can do from all inside, they all now don't hear they come. And notwithstanding again, they gutter them can be okay, already occupy up the traders them. You all know the dirty they already they get all now inside gutter and you don't pan. Everybody choke. All now gutter and you don't get dirty. All the dirty and I don't hear the camp. Die dog, toilet, urine, every kind of dirty now the camp. So I don't know they go through lots of problems where they bring bad health conditions. They affect we, they affect the picking them, they affect even the old age them. This is one of the problems where they kill we presently now.
The impact is not only structural, it is also medical. Flood waters carry waste, refuge, and vectors of diseases into living spaces. Health experts warn that such conditions significantly increase the risk of cholera, typhoid, and other waterborne diseases, particularly in densely populated settlements. In Sopit, those risks are amplified by proximity and density.
But we know they for the body, they disturb they come mosquito, because any kind sick. The way they come back, when they cancel the dirty they enter of place here.
Make the bank here so how they put dirty and so the ground is strong. How the ground is strong, so water not going to affect here. Water not going to affect the land. So now it make the emphasize more, the good down you have, there will be payment then from up, the cow dirty, you can put sand and the land, which will survive. And put everything I got in and God and make you survive now. God and make you survive.
No, but yeah, any season you can get a rough. Yeah, water business. Bad of the season. You don't know for this year yourself now. Quarantine just don't start. This zone and the water on and the box up and mix up with us here. That high water when they come for. This one they clear a goat. They clear all. They begin to inside the room there now.
Standing here in the Sopit community, every rain season, residents face flooding that threatens their homes, health, and livelihood. In the absence of permanent infrastructure solutions, residents have had to improvise. Some pile sands and debris around their homes to create temporary boundaries. Others reinforce entry points with whatever material they can find. These are fragile defense against a force that cannot control. Urban planners argue that without investment in drainage, rehabilitation, and flood mitigation, communities like Sopit will remain on the front line of climate vulnerability. For now, resilience fills the gap where infrastructure is absent. Binta Jallo, AYV News, Freetown.
That's all for Primetime News tonight. For more stories, visit our website at www.ayvnews.com. If you have any comments on the news, please send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. I am Hannah Yankson. Many thanks for watching and listening. Good night.